Hello. So I apologize. Normally I make a thumbnail session video, but for this thumbnail I had very limited time to actually work on it. Like I only had like 5 or 10 minutes each day. And so I just kind of did it. So instead I'm going to walk you through how I did it and yeah. So what I did for this first thumbnail, I made 2 drafts. This is the one I ended up using, and I think it looks really good. And then I also made this one, which I don't like as much, but I also think it's kind of cool. It's kind of, it's alright. It's alright. But this one, I like this one. So I started off basically with just this background image. I just went into the game's photo mode and I took that. I should have gotten footage of me taking that photo, but I didn't. And then I cropped out the bird. I don't know if you can see that. Like I cropped out the bird, a little bit of the camel, like I just kind of cropped out the sky area. And then I added text. And then I also added like an orange tint to that text. I don't know if you can even notice that change. Just because everything has an orange tint kind of in the game, because it's a desert, right? And then I also added like this wavy look to it. And then in the water, I did a reflection. And now, okay, I know that this text is supposed to be upside down, but if it's upside down, it looks like dog. Like you can't read it, you know what I mean? And so I just figured I'd sacrifice the consistency of the thumbnail just to make it look better. And then to add to that, not only is this one wavy, but then I just took the eraser tool and I just erased a little bit just to make it look like it's kind of like half in the water. And then you zoom out and it's this. It's very simple, but I think it works really well. And of course you got Bayek, you got a little bit of wildlife, you got a little bit of camel, nothing like some camel action. And for all the masks I did a feather of 2 pixels, and when you really zoom in, you can see that feather. And like, holy fuck, my face just got really bright. But when you zoom out, you don't really notice it. It just makes things look smoother. Actually, this bird one that's a fucking tight mask. That's good. And yeah, for the second one, kind of a weird thing. So I took an image of Bayek and I cropped out this part. Cropped all of that out, which took a little bit of time, but not too bad. And then what I did is I overlaid the background and I blurred the background. And so if you see, if I uncheck this, or sorry, the blur was already done within the game. So I didn't have to blur the background. Otherwise I would have blurred it in Photoshop. Then what I did is I took the word love and I put it a bunch of times on the side. My fucking alarm just went off anyways. And then I took it and I did it again. I don't know why. I just did it twice so that the drop shadow was harder. I could have just increased the drop shadow opacity, but I decided not to do that and I feel like a fucking idiot. And then I put hate on the other side, and then I put little red down one side, blue down the other side, and that's it. And then of course I took this, I duplicated it and I flattened it into one image, and then I blurred it a little bit just so that this all sticks out more. And that is literally all it is. And so this is also a simple one, not as good, I will also admit that. I also made sure that in the middle here where the 2 lines meet, I did blur that a lot just so it looks a little smoother. And that's it. So I appreciate you guys watching. If you want more like in-depth videos like this, let me know, or don't, because the last time I posted like a thumbnail session and just like describing what goes into the thumbnails, nobody looked at it. So I'm not sure if you guys want me to keep doing this, because if you don't want me to, then I'll just stop and I'll just put more time into making videos. But yeah, so that's it for this one. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, and goodbye.